friends, it's Yana, and I cannot believe you guys are here with me on the very first episode of the Wedding Beals. We are getting married in exactly 8 months, and here's everything that we have to do because we get married in 8 months. So first things first, site visit, dress, what else? Contact vendors, and get everything else in order. After much deliberation, my fiance and I decided to have a destination wedding in Mexico. The biggest factor for that reason was the cost, because we are in Florida and these Florida venues are absolutely insane with these pricing, and Mexico just made more sense. It's a vacation for family, but a vacation for us in the same sense, but also it's just stunning. It's something to get away from like the average wedding that we usually go to. First impressions of our venue was the security is top notch here. They do have a guard at the gate. We couldn't film him, but there is a guard at the gate that checks everything. They check your driver, they check you, they check your luggage, make sure you're not bringing anything into this venue, which I really appreciate because security is top of mind for me. The only thing I would say first off that I dislike about my venue is just how many trees. And it's not a me thing, it's more my allergies. Hated this, but it's okay. We persevered. When we came in, they gave us a glass of champagne, which I thought was just amazing. Now the beautiful thing of our venue, Now, the beautiful part of our venue is that it has an adults only side, but also family friendly. For the purpose of our site visit, we stayed on the adult side, but our wedding is actually going to be held on the opposite side of our venue at the family friendly, since we do have some kids coming. And they did assure me the only difference with our rooms were the color scheme and like one thing with the mirror. That's about it, but they look exactly the same. And if I didn't tell you, we're getting married at Dreams Bahia Mita. So if any brides are wondering, like, what does Secrets look like versus Dreams, they're exactly the same. It's just what side of the island they're on. Now, I did get to tour the Dream Room just because we are getting married on that side. And I think I prefer the Dream Room a little bit better. Nothing in particular. I just like the vibe of it. But overall, the vibe is very modern. It's very, like, elegant, but not too over the top. The storage space is amazing. The shower, immaculate. That was the best shower I've ever been on. And that's also another drink that they gave us upon check-in. Only here for 3 days, and I wanted to make the most out of this trip. Our biggest thing is to meet with our wedding coordinator and go with our site visit, but also kind of explore the land, try to figure out like the places that we reserved for our wedding. Is that still what we want? And one thing I love about our venue, and my fiance mentioned it first, but he was like, this is a wedding venue that's also a resort versus a resort that has weddings, if that makes sense. Because they had about 6 weddings happening the 3 days that we were there, which I thought was insane because that's too much and you're being spread thin. But no, they had a team that was on it every step of the way. So I was really appreciative of that, and it made me excited for my own wedding. All right, we are ready to explore our venue. I think we went down the wrong area, but our wedding location's like this side. We're on the opposite side, but it's all good. It is hot out here. It's like Florida, but worse. But it's gorgeous. Look. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. Oh, there's a spa. Do you want to do a massage this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, this is sick. Look at this. Stop it. And now for what you're all here for is the actual site visit. So we're getting married on the presidential terrace, and if you are interested in this wedding venue, you do have to book the presidential room in order to have the terrace, which I think is worth it because the view is stunning. Now, I won't give away too much because there's certain things I want to keep hidden from my guests, but the view, breathtaking. And it does come with this jacuzzi. It comes with a giant space for your actual room, plus like an area to get ready. So if you don't want to get the bridal suite, you kind of don't have to. So it's pretty flexible. Now let's get into this room because I'm actually floored at how much space in our regular room versus this presidential room. Like, it's humongous. Now it is a presidential, so I kind of understand, but our friends can kind of just get ready in that front area, and then there's a partition, so this is our room, so no one really goes into that section, which I do like. Now, your guests will have to come to your room in order to get to the terrace, so that does give it more of a privacy factor. I don't know if there'll be someone at the door waiting for them. I don't really know all that details, and we'll find out more as we talk to our wedding coordinator. But I do like the privacy versus having like a semi-private wedding a little bit on the lower decks. This is pretty much what I expect. Now, one part that was my favorite is this little curtain, because now I can see everything that's going on, whether it's the decor, whether it's like my guests lining up. I can kind of get a sneak peek at my wedding without having to be outside or having anyone else do anything for me. I can kind of see everything, and I do really appreciate that. So this door just slides out and I would walk out to the terrace. And one other big thing I wanted to mention for all the brides getting married on the dream side, there is construction happening. Now, we went just a few months ago, and as far as I know, it's still there. So fingers crossed that it's not as bad when you actually get married. We get married in October, so hopefully they're done with construction. But I'm getting married at this top venue here, or the bottom. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to my coordinator, but I'm pretty sure it's the top. The rest of our trip was pretty much just meeting with different vendors. They had a photographer, they had a DJ, they had a decorator on site. So you can see a lot of things. I didn't include that because the prices would have been different to when I'm actually posting this, and I didn't want any confusion. But another pro tip that I got from a different bride is to hire an outside coordinator, whether it's a friend or family or an actual coordinator. Hire somebody else, so that when you come to your actual wedding and you talk to your wedding coordinator for the venue, you have two people to kind of advocate for you if you can't execute it right, if that makes sense. If you don't know the right words, you have somebody else to advocate for you. And I highly recommend that. But the rest of the trip was just gorgeous. They had a Mexican celebration. They had dancers. They had this like giant robot thing, and they had a photo booth. So it kind of shows you what else they have to offer at the resort. We really just slept in, enjoyed the beautiful beach air. We're at the pool and just enjoyed our time. It was gorgeous and stunning, and I can't wait to come back here in 8 months. And here's just a sneak peek of what our guests will see on our wedding website.